What's up, YouTube? All praises to the Most High Yahuah, and all praises to Yahusha, the one that lived for us, died to his flesh for us, then died on the stake for us, and is resurrected for us to have the Ruach HaKodesh. Now, as I do about this time, y'all already know what I'm about to do. You know what that was? Me quickening the Ruach HaKodesh. What's good, YouTube? Remember, I don't post unless I come to some type of inspired vision or something or a situation that I might have overcome, but it's all inspired. So I'm not gonna post regularly like that. But when I do post, that means I have something to tell you. And if you are new to the channel, pull up, pull up, pull up. Have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. And we're gonna have a discussion. And it's gonna be down to earth. However, I'm gonna keep it practical. Yeah, I'm going to be practical in this one. Yes, it will align with the word, all right? And no, this is no BS, all right, y'all? If you're new to the channel and you like what you hear, hit that thumbs up. If you're a regular here, hit that thumbs up. If you have any discrepancies with anything or disagreements with anything that I have to say within this message, put it in the comments. I'll respond. Okay? And I've been real busy lately, so I do kind of take time to go through experience before I get inspired to speak on anything, okay? I'm going through experience first, then after I go through the experience, then it's like, oh, wow, I don't think many people know this. So I'll see something that most people don't see, and then I'll express myself about it. And that's 9 times out of 10, most of my videos come from where I have an insight that I know a lot of people don't really pay attention to. Or they'll pay attention, but they're not looking at it from a practical standpoint. And so when they explain it, it sounds like woo-ha, or it sounds like a bunch of spiritual mumbo jumbo. I'm not doing that to y'all. I'm going to keep it practical, smooth, transparent, and hopefully you learn a lesson from, my observation. Because that's really all it is my observation. Okay. I have recently come into an experience where I just had overwhelming lust, okay? Extreme desire, all right? That's what it is. Lust is, and it's not the desire. I'm not saying that people should not desire or even have extreme desires, okay? But if you go in an extreme in one direction, I noticed that Satan will do something to people that have extreme desires. All right. And I didn't pay attention to this. And, you know, like practically people say, oh, you're not using discernment or you lack discernment. It's far worse than that. Your discernment is being cut off completely. You are completely, you completely have no risk averse behavior. All risk factors are completely out the window when you have extreme desire or you're willing to take a leap like that and you don't have any boundaries on how you obtain something. If you don't have a boundary on how you obtain any desire, I don't care what it is, whether it be a woman that you desire, whether it be a situation as far as like job you desire, or just whatever you feel like is going to elevate you to the next level of life, and you're not paying attention, you completely lose discernment. Hasatan will override your risk assess, your risk analysis, my fault, your risk analysis. He will completely ignore that. Like, and it's good, and I'm not telling people to just go around being risk adverse. I'm not saying that. Like, you know, you are gonna have to take risk in life. That's 1,000. You are going to have to take risks. However, the trouble with people is people have made everything so ambiguous that just, you know, you'll take a risk for anything because you've made, oh, well, it's not really that bad. You've made situations really not that bad, or you done found comfort in rebellion against the Most High. You done found comfort in it. So you don't really so you don't see risk the way that a person that seeks the Most High sees risk. Or you don't discern as carefully. Because like most of the time, if you're participating in worldly behavior, because people that participate in worldly behavior do have risk assessment, but they're always looking over their shoulder. And they're either always looking over their shoulder or they're projecting, this person is lying to me or this person is doing this to me. And it could be completely false. But this is what happens. You get so comfortable with being in survival mode that you no longer have healthy risk assessment. Okay? I'm going to give you a situation. I'm going to give you how I overcame it too. All right? Because I had a situation just recently. And I was like, you know, extreme desire, lustful, okay? Very lustful. Not gonna hold you. I was like, oh, well, at first it was genuine. I want to, I want to see what this is about. I ain't naming no names and I ain't gonna give y'all the direct situation, but you're gonna know what I'm talking about, okay? So the situation is, if I have an interest in pursuing someone, and it's purely out of complete desire. And I got two, and it was two, okay? It was two. One, I see full trust in. The other, I saw, oh, this will mess my life up. Okay. So, but in the situation, you don't think clearly. You're not thinking clearly. You're not thinking with clarity. My fault. In the situation, I wasn't thinking clearly, and I didn't have clarity. Okay. Now me, I'm already a risk averse person anyway, so I'm the type of person that needs to learn how to take risk, you know, a lot more, or move a lot more fearlessly when taking risks. However, some of my gut was like, but I'm an extremist. Okay, so me being an emotional extremist, I'm either going all the way, forget about like my risk assessment abilities, gone. I don't assess risk. I just take risk. So I don't ever have a cap. Okay, I don't have boundaries, or and I don't have but I don't think people have a self-awareness about this, about themselves, when they take risk on people, or investing in people, or investing in situations that might not produce any fruit. And so I was in a situation where I was like, okay, I was willing to go the extreme. But this is the thing, though. I've been so awakened that, I kind of isolate myself. Like, I kind of isolate myself from dealing with different energies, because a lot of times those energies can overtake you. Like, different people's energies, especially if they have strong energy, it can overtake you. And just remember, you're not the only one with free will, and you're not the only one with an energy field. So if the situation has an energy field stronger than your energy field, you will get sucked into that typhoon, and you won't even know it. You won't know it. You'll find yourself all over the place, or you'll find yourself in unnecessary confusion. Now me, I done pulled back and isolated myself anyway. Like, so I'm already, very very wary of who I want to attach my energy to, or who I'm giving my attention to. So that's already a thing for me. However, not every, before I was like this, it was much worse. It was much worse. And so I was taking risks and going all the way through with the risk, and then getting the consequences after I took the risk. and it was extreme. It's never the normal. Like, with me anyway. It's never been just normal. Like, when I take a risk, like, I'm all the way in. Like, I'm the type of person, I'm all the way in. I'm all the way loyal to whatever commitment I made. So, with that being said, when I was in this situation, I hesitated. And once I hesitated, and pulled back and thought about it. And then also, you're going to go through, especially if you've done normalize certain risk in your life. If you done normalize a lot of certain risk in your life, you're going to go through withdrawals. You're going to go through an extreme withdrawal. You're used to doing stuff like this. You're used to, testing your mettle against whatever desire comes across your way. With me, I was like that. Like I was like, yeah, the old me, I would have went all the way in and messed my whole situation up, or messed up my whole life trying to, or it may even be a benefit, to be honest, but I don't know. So like there's a level of uncertainty there, but there's also red flags to the situation. So if you're red flag, if you're dealing with something that is very ambiguous, for people, if you're dealing with a person that's very ambiguous and not transparent, red flag. Do not deal with ambiguous behavior. Do not deal with that. Or don't deal with people that don't consider right or wrong. If a person can't consider something right or wrong without it being the extreme, or they haven't narrowed their view to what right and wrong is with certain things, that's not a person for you. That is a person that will sabotage your life. Okay? They'll sabotage your life. You won't know it until it's too late. Now me, thankfully, I'm discerning. And that's another thing. Extreme desire interrupts your discernment. It completely disrupts your discernment. You'll completely take yourself out of discerning poor behavior. Because of the fact that it's normalized, certain behaviors or certain poor behaviors are normalized to the point to where, especially if you're used to seeing that kind of behavior out of certain individuals and you don't think nothing of it at first, but once you start observing and you start analyzing the situation for real, then you have that clarity in thought. But let's say that you're going through your withdrawal symptoms and you're willing, like you about to jump off the cliff, all right? You ran the, I'm gonna go for it. And then once you go for it, now the Most High, he protects me. He protects me from myself, all right? He protects me from myself. So I'll have a whole epiphany about taking particular risks that can mess my situation up or mess up my life if I'm not careful, because I'm an extremist. And if you are an extremist, and most people that hear from the Most High are extreme, okay? If you hear from the Most High often, you're an extreme individual. You're not a person that's going to look at things in a normal way, and you're fearless. Most of the time, people of the Most High, whether they're doing bad or good, they have a quality of extreme motion. It's all the way to the extreme. It's like all or nothing, like literally. And I'm an extreme individual, like physically, mostly, spiritually. Like I'm extreme. I go all the way. I'm not a person that's flaky on whatever I commit to. I'm not a flaky person. I ain't never been flaky. Like if I'm committed to something or someone, 9 times out of 10, I'm all the way in. Like I'm a type of person that's just all the way loyal. Like, but you got to understand that not everybody is as loyal as you are. Okay? So you might mess with somebody and they might not mess with you. And you might see qualities that you know are good in the individual, but you got to look at it for what it is. It's just those particular qualities. You know what I mean? Like, because if their heart belongs somewhere else, if people's, like, if you're dealing with somebody and their heart belongs somewhere else, that means they gonna lie to you. They're going to disregard how you feel altogether. They'll clean it up, but they're going to disregard you as a person altogether. Like, and they'll give you minor signs. It's not going to be just direct, I'm going to disregard this person. Okay? So it's more so like it's subtle. It's subtle hot and cold energy. It's subtle push and pull. It's ambiguous. It's never certain. It's all over the place. But you're being entangled in that because they done drew you in at that point when they're doing that, and you done became curious. So allow your curiosity to be a red flag. If you are curious about something or someone, that's a red flag. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to explain this. All right. When I'm curious about someone, and I'm not getting nothing direct out of reading their energy, but the consistency of what it's bringing. Okay, so the curiosity, if I'm curious, that's a red flag. Follow me. If you're a person that gets drawn into someone and the behavior is ambiguous and the behavior is not transparent, direct, or hey, this is what I want for sure, that is a sign of that is a sign of no commitment. One, lack of loyalty. Two, or loyal to whatever it is that they're loyal to. Because if they got to keep you in the dark, 9 times out of 10, they're loyal to something else. They're not loyal to you or loyal to just doing the right thing. Like, I'm a person that's loyal to doing the right thing. So regardless, if I'm interacting with somebody, I'm loyal to doing the right thing. But what happens with people is, which is why I say don't follow ambiguous behavior. They'll be loyal because they think they're doing the right thing. Like, they'll be loyal to whatever it is that they're doing to misguide or mislead you. And you'll, in their mind, they're doing the right thing in their mind. They're not conscious of this. Most people aren't conscious of it when they're doing it. They just kind of do it and let it fly. And trust me, this could be in a business situation. This could be in friendships. This could be in whatever relationship you are endeavoring in, okay? Whatever relationship you are endeavoring in, whether it's a friend, a girl that you're trying to get with, a guy that you're trying to get with, ambiguous behavior is a no-no. No right, no wrong, no boundaries. Risk assessment is low when everything is all open. All right. So when a person lacks discernment like that, because they think that everything that they're doing is for the greater good, they might think that everything that they're doing is for the greater good, which is, we got politicians out here that think that everything that they do is for the greater good, but you see what happens when these politicians think that everything that they're doing is for the greater good, even though if you're rational, you know it's not. However, those that have extreme resources or have extreme accessibility to information, or extreme resources, those people think that they're above all laws. And 9 times out of 10, because of the way society works and the way that the field works, they kind of are. They not like, they kind of just are above all laws. And I'm not saying you see what I'm about to do? I'm not saying it's a bad thing or a good thing. That's what I was about to say. But no, that's where it gets you at. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying it's a bad thing or like trying not to sound judgy or giving an absolute. No, it is wrong. It's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. That's a bad thing. That's double-minded. And so when I do stuff like that and catch myself, like how I'm expressing it to you, I want y'all to pay attention to how y'all take risk out here. Pay attention to how y'all take risk. Actually pull back, discern, not even discern who you're taking a risk with. But also, if you don't have risk assessment or risk analysis against whatever situation you're about to take a leap into, like I said, I'm not saying become completely risk adverse, but take calculated risk. Is this going to be for the greater good? Does this situation offer the best benefit for me and the Most High, though? You got to say the Most High, because if you just go for it just yourself, it could be a benefit for you, but not the Most High. It can. It can be a benefit for you, but not the Most High. Yahuah, he thrives on our obedience and our loyalty to him. However, because I know that these spiritual teachings also can, like I said, the field or the energy field, Ruach is a moral. You can use now when you're using Ruach HaKodesh, holy breath, or pure, like something that filters your system out and you see clarity, that's good. Okay, it is good. When you're using Ruach HaSatan, it is bad. Like if you're filled with anxiety, lust, or that exciting feeling you feel, like me, I understood something. I think somebody else said this too, but I'm going to reiterate it. When you look at if you're a woman looking at a man, or if you're a man looking at a woman, if you're attracted to them, and it doesn't cause you excitement, that's who's for you. If it doesn't cause you excitement, that's the one for you. The one that's for you is the one that you can look at. They don't cause you butterflies or excitement, and you can see yourself being with that person. That's the one for you. Now, if it causes you any type of elevation in emotion or emotional highs and lows, 9 times out of 10, that person is ready to run you through the mud. I don't care who it is. Like, if you cause, like, especially if you're the one causing the extremes, ups and downs, if you, and your intentions are terrible, you're going to run that person through the mud. If you're not the one, like, if you're not the one following the Most High. Now, if they're not the one following the Most High and their intentions are only for themselves, but they cause you extreme discomfort or ambiguity, ambiguity. I think that's how it's pronounced. If they're causing you that, if they're causing you not a clear sign of right and wrong, or not a clear sign of is this good or bad for me, or just go with the flow type of energy, 9 times out of 10, that's not the person for you. It's not. Like, if it's gonna cause you confusion in your mind frame, damn, or you're not completely solid. Now, I done witnessed this in myself with the situations that I see. Like, I seen a situation where I was like, I'm physically attracted to this person, but I don't get emotionally excited with this person. Like, yeah, I might see them once in a while and give them a big hug or whatever the case may be. But my composure is stable with this person. Like, I know I can see this person is a stable individual, even though they don't understand it. Or they'll add benefit to my life. And then I seen one where it caused me excitement and I get aroused. However, the arousal is from ambiguity, or the arousal is from confusion or chaos. Now, if the arousal is from confusion or chaos or not knowing, I know this person's ready to play with me. Now, depending on how strong your energy is, especially as a man, and you know that you're the leader, you can kind of get things to go your way with emotional chaos in the first place. And that's another thing too. Once you understand that, this is why I say, just because you understand that doesn't mean it's a good thing, okay? Just because you understand how to manipulate energy does not mean it's good. All right? Like, it doesn't. So, like, that's why I say, like, be discerning. Have the Most High in your head when you commit to an act. Have the Most High in your head. Like, do I want to commit to this? Is this benefiting the kingdom of the Most High? Is this alignment? Is this in alignment with the Most High? That's really what you got to ask yourself. Because that's what happened to me. Like, I didn't ask myself that question, and it could have went left. Thankfully, I did ask myself that question at the last minute, and I was inspired to speak to y'all. Be aware of yourself when you are making when you are making a risk assessment about a situation. Be very careful, because you can be tricked into thinking you're making the right decision and ignoring the red flags. Red flag, does it cause me confusion? Like, ask yourself, is this causing me emotional arousal or excitement? And what type of emotional arousal and excitement is it causing me? You got to ask those things. Because if it's causing those things and it's not a good thing, Like, somebody could do something for you and it could cause you emotional arousal and excitement too, right? Because, you know, that dopamine hit get people off, but it only lasts so long. So, you know, be careful with that emotional arousal or excitement depending on where it's coming from and the intentions behind it. Like, it is the emotional arousal or excitement adding to your peace and joy? Because you're going to, like, these feelings are fleeting. They're all fleeting. All feelings and emotions are fleeting. You're going to be happy one day. You're going to be sad another day. You're going to be up and down one day, all in one day, or you're going to be up one day and then down one day. Like, you know, however, steadiness, coherence within, like, and I'm giving it to you in a practical way. Like, I didn't give you extreme detail of my own experience. I gave you the experience. I'm not putting nobody in it, or I'm not putting nothing where you can just tag it to whoever. I'm not doing that because, one, that's just unnecessary. It's unnecessary confusion because the only thing I'm trying to give you is the lesson. The lesson is, like, from my own experience, from me, is, oh, I found out this was causing me emotional arousal. How do I take care of that? Especially if I'm in extreme desire or lust. How do I take care of it? And then I had to ask myself, well, are you assessing the risk that this person might be sleeping with someone? Are you assessing the risk that this person might have something? Are you assessing the risk that this person might not contribute at all but take away from your situation? Are you assessing those risks, or are you just completely, like, because you'll forget about all of that. You'll forget about all of that, all of everything I just named. You'll forget all about that and take the risk because your risk assessment has been impaired by your desire. And that's what I mean by extreme lust, okay? What I mean by extreme lust, or my fault, extreme desire, which is lust, my fault. Extreme desire, which is lust. It completely takes away your risk assessment. Just like when people are adrenaline junkies and they just got to take the risk, or they got to jump out the plane, or they got to go bungee rope, or they got to go and do this. Those are unnecessary risks. Like, remember, the Most High said, do not tempt the Lord, or do not tempt Yahuah, okay? Do not tempt your Elohim. You know, he said to Satan said to Yahusha, it is said that your angels will come down and protect you if you were to throw yourself off this cliff. And then he came with the verse, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God, which is, thou shalt not tempt your Elohim, Yahuah. Like, literally, do not tempt him. Because just because you feel like it's safe doesn't mean it is safe. But you will, through your extreme desire, which is lust, you'll take the risk anyway, which is when I think about Yahushua, he could have took that risk and leapt off the mountain so his angels could come down. He didn't take the risk though. He said, I'm not going to tempt my father like that. And that's the thing. The Most High won't allow temptations in your life that you can't overcome. However, especially if you're asking him to protect you from the temptation or whatever the case may be. And I done found myself being tempted and not understanding what it's doing to me. Like, I'm more so thinking on the external validation than the interior validation, which is, do I approve of this? Not, do the Most High approve of this? One, do I approve of this? Well, if I'm in alignment with the Most High, then no, I don't approve of it. And then that's what brought me back though. That's what brought me back to normalcy. Normal. This is like, oh, okay, I get it now. I get what I was going through. And also to wake people up. Like, I go through stuff to wake y'all up as well. Like, because it's not easy out here. Like, especially when you're living a life of solitude, it can get extremely lonely. It can get extremely lonely, or you'll be overcome by extreme desire. It happens. And you'll want to commence to fulfilling whatever desire it is that you're having at the time, because you're not, because of the fact that you're not solid with being alone, or you need something to fill that void. You'll find ways to try to circumvent what you supposed to be doing for the Most High. You'll find ways. I almost was trying to find ways, so I ain't gonna sit here and make it like I'm perfect. I'm not. Trust me. Nigga was following. Excuse my language, but I was falling into lust. And I caught myself. And then I was like, oh shit. This is dangerous. It's dangerous because remember, you're not the only one with free will. You're not the only one with an energy field. And depending on how stable you are in your coherence is how things are going to turn out for you. So if you're not stable on, like I said, if the emotional value is spiking you, if you're getting spiked emotionally, that's not the person for you. They're going to dog walk you. If you are, or if you're emotionally spiked, it could come back to your senses. Okay, yeah, that's the person that's for you. Because you could come back to your senses from this individual. Like, you're not putting them on a pedestal, basically. You're not putting that individual on a pedestal. You know, you see them as equal, and I ain't even gonna say equal. I'm gonna just say that you see them for what it is. You see them for what it is. You're not putting them on a pedestal, but you looking at them from a rational standpoint. You're looking at them like, just pretty much like normal. And then even if they try to drag you into some emotional confusion, you know how to diffuse the situation immediately. Like once you start learning, okay, this person trying to play with me. Once you start learning that, then you're just like, okay, well, now I understand. Now I know better now. Like, I'm not about to do this. And the Most High, like, and once again, keep the Most High in your heart at all time, heart and mind at all time. Does He approve of confusion? Do the Most High approve of confusion? Does the Most High approve of ambiguity? Does He approve of ambiguous behavior? Hiding cold, or no, my fault, warm behavior, not one way or the other. Is that something that the Most High approve of? And once you get the answer to that, then you already understand, like, then you should approve of it. Because, yeah, they gonna test you. Like, you gonna get tested. You gonna get tested. Your heart gonna get tested. Your mind gonna get tested. Your desires are gonna get tested. And then you're gonna even probably try to chase your desire over what the Most High want for you. Because you don't understand that your desire is already yours. Your desire is already yours. That's not your concern. Your desire is not your concern. The Most High, now what the Most High desire from you, that should be your concern. That's the only thing that should be your concern. Like, I already know what you want. The Most High already know what you want. So your desire is not your concern. Not at all. You don't even pay attention. Don't think about your desire. You think about what the Most High want me to do today. Like, He wanted me to make this video. I know that for certain. And I made it. Okay. I know that the Most High, He wants me to work out. I know the Most High wants me to concentrate on doing things to push His kingdom forward through my existence. That's what the Most High wants from me. And that's what He wants from y'all too, like harmony. Yes, there is a right and wrong. Yes. Stop being ambiguous. Stop it. Like, do not have I'm not calling it right or wrong behavior. Don't do that. Yeah, call it what it is. Accept what it is. Like, yeah, that's wrong. If it causes disharmony, that's wrong. Like when people say, well, I'm not saying you wrong for how you believe. Nah, you wrong for how you believe. And make it an absolute. Like, okay, yeah, you're wrong for how you believe. If it's causing disharmony to the either to the Most High or to your surroundings or to your environment, then you know it's wrong. Well, I ain't hurting nobody. Even if you hurting yourself, you talking about you ain't hurting nobody. Well, I'm not hurting nobody. Yeah, you are. If you hurt yourself, you hurting somebody. And stop trying to give little things a pass to where it's so normalized that you don't even know it's wrong anymore. Like, don't normalize something so much to the point to where you don't understand that it's wrong anymore. Like a lot of people think that taking risk is not wrong. Like, you can take wrong risks. Well, I'm not saying that you was wrong for taking that risk, or I'm not saying that, nah, you was wrong. You might have had righteous intention, but you might be wrong for what you're about to do. You might have righteous actions, but you might be unrighteous in intention. That's what happens when you don't have discernment. Anyhow, if you made it to the end of this video, I love you. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you heard, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like what you heard, maybe you didn't need to hear it. Or maybe you already understood the message. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, I still haven't spoken on why having multiple wives is wrong. I'ma get to you, man. I am. I promise I'm gonna get to that. I promise. I'm gonna make an effort to explain it carefully too, with these poly relationships and all. But yeah, and thumbs up the video if you have any comments. If you disagree, put it in the comments. If you have anything to add to the conversation, put it in the comments, and we'll chop it up. But yeah, I've been kind of busy trying to get myself aligned. That's mainly what I've been doing. Is keeping myself aligned with righteous behavior and going through it. And trust me, it's a task. It is a task. It's not going to be easy. Some things ain't gonna be easy. I'm gonna tell you that. Loneliness is not easy, or not even loneliness, or sometimes more so being alone is not easy. Yeah, but let's think about what I said. Like, especially if you that desire is a amplification of desperation anyway. But like, if you have access to the desire and you commit to the desire anyway, and the desire was unholy, that's a problem. I'm gonna let you know that is a problem. It's wrong to do. Anyhow, I love y'all, and I'll check y'all out. I might continue this conversation. I don't know yet. It just depends.